Best greetings from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. Are you interested to know some news from Kiev? That's video for you. Are you interested to know about research and science in Ukraine? That's video for you. Are you interested how to help to Ukraine? Just now, this video could be for you. Why I'm taking this video? Because just yesterday, June 8, 2015, I got very interesting story about the creation of a special fund under the auspices of US-Sweden Research and Development Foundation. And that story about this special grant and support to Ukraine. And by the way, I'm here in the center of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. My name is Viktor Fursov, and I'm pleased to show you Maidan of Independence. Yes, Maidan of Independence, the most interesting, the most well-known place in Kiev and probably in Ukraine. And what's going on here and now? Yeah, you can see that's evening time, nothing special. You can recognize that is peaceful place. But I especially choose this place to tell you the story about the special fund, US fund, which is going to help to Ukraine and to help to Ukrainian scientists. Because I'm a researcher and it's interesting for me to share this information with you, because not all social nets are spreading this information, which can be pretty interesting, useful, and maybe can be precisely useful for some researchers. What about this fund, which is intended to help to Ukraine, especially for researchers? This is a special foundation, as I said. I'm talking in English just for English-speaking Ukrainian and for definitely for English-speaking non-Ukrainian citizens. Why? Because if you speak English, you can understand the information from the first hands. And by the way, if you don't speak, that's absolutely useless information. Otherwise, you can switch it off. So, what's about this fund? The US Civilian Research and Development Foundation, and this is CRDF Global Organization. This is a very special organization. It's an independent, non-profit organization that promotes international scientific and technical collaboration through grants, technical resources, training and services. And by the way, CRDF Global is based in Arlington, Virginia, US, with offices in Moscow, Russia, Kiev, Ukraine, Almaty, Kyrgyzstan, in Amman, in Jordan. And what are the purposes of and mission of this organization? The mission of CRDF is to promote peace and prosperity through international scientific collaboration. And this very important organization is providing grants throughout auspices of this organization to different countries, and is planned to create, or already created, Ukraine Fund to help Ukrainian researchers. Through grant making, CRDF Global fosters cooperative research and development opportunities that enable scientists and engineers to address critical societal needs. And what's about CRDF Global Emergency Science Technology Support for Ukraine? I will tell you this story. And this is a news from June 8, 2015. Emergency Fund will provide emergency support to scientists displaced by war, young scientists at risk of leaving Ukraine, and tech commercialization. CRDF Global President and CEO Katie Campbell announced yesterday the Emergency Fund, or just Fund, for Ukraine scientists and innovators at Science and Higher Education Reform in Ukraine. Briefing in Rayburn House Office Building, Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. CRDF Global is an independent non-profit organization that promotes international scientific and technical collaboration through grants, technical resources, training and services. CRDF Global has spearheaded the fund because of the war and economical crisis in Ukraine have displaced nearly 1 million people within the country and forced more than 500,000 to move abroad. Among these, the hundreds of scientists, engineers, innovators and students relocated from the war zone to poorly equipped locations. Many who have left the country will never return. The fund, comprised on donations from individuals and corporations, will provide emergency support to those working in science, engineering and innovations in Ukraine, and will prioritize: first, emergency research support for scientists displaced by war and younger scientists at risk of leaving Ukraine. Second, micro grants to support ongoing mentorship, networking, the travel opportunities for technology innovations, commercialization. Ukraine is in crisis, said Campbell. The Ukraine Fund for Ukraine Scientists and Innovations is a practical way for individuals and organizations around the world to contribute to the nation's short-term relief and long-term sustainable recovery. The fund will help instant relocated scientists to stay in the country where they will have renewed access to funding and the opportunity for sustainable future. This is critical as these innovators are the intellectual capital on which Ukraine must depend to rebuild, she said. CRDF Global has worked with Ukraine's Ministry of Education and Science to fully understand the urgent needs the fund will address. On behalf of the Ministry of Education and Science, I would like to thank CRDF Global for its continuous support and dedicated commitment to our cooperation, said Sergei Kvit, Minister of Education and Science of Ukraine. At the time of war and destruction of industry in the occupied territories of Donbass, it's science, research and innovation that can not only reconcile people, but can also provide for gradual but steady recovery of the country, said Minister Kvit. So that's fund, which is named Ukraine Fund. I'll tell more information from press release. And because it's concerning the situation in Ukraine and can be useful for people who can be grantees and who can help Ukrainian scientists, who can help Ukrainian innovators and researchers to rebuild country, to introduce and to implement the innovation in the life just either in Ukraine or in other country if they receive this kind of grant. The crisis in Ukraine has displaced nearly a million of people, so forced more than 500,000 of people. So these people could receive the opportunity to continue their research in Ukraine or in other country, and it's very important for them to continue their scientific research. And I will tell also that in 2013 the US-Ukrainian joint research grant competition was announced. And by the way, this is a sample of a previous grant making of CRDF Foundation. CRDF Global and the State Agency on Science, Innovations and Informatization of Ukraine produced this grant competition in 2030. And I'm pleased to say that in the previous time the focus of CRDF Global was focused on special subjects, and this special subject was concerning to energy production and, to be precise, about environmental impacts. Just a minute. Environmental impacts of energy production for renewable energies, bioenergy, hydroelectric, solar, wind, geothermal and non-renewable energy as a coal, oil, gas, shale gas and nuclear. So, and in this time grant awards each up to $46,000 US dollars were awarded to 4 joint research teams of Ukrainian and US scientists for 1 year of support. So at the present time, the Ukraine Fund is just collecting money, or just maybe collected already most of them, to support Ukrainian researchers and innovators and scientists who was relocated because of the war. So if you want to support CRDF Foundation, I will put under this video the link so you can read the correct information about this fund and how you can either to give money or to give just some intellectual support or just provide some help for this foundation, because this help will go straight away to Ukraine, maybe as well to Kiev, as I am here just in Kiev. So that's new information about special Ukraine fund, which was organized by this foundation CRDF Global. So far, I hope this was interesting for some people who can speak English, who can understand English, and who is not arrogant to events which are going to be in Ukraine, and who can keep just breathing air and just can support events which are going positive events in Ukraine, and who can help some people as researchers, scientists and innovators, because I'm talking about this subject here and now. So read this information about CRDF Global organization, and if you are interested, I will continue my video recording from the center of Kiev to show you more news, to show how it looks like, and to show you that it's a peaceful place at the present time in Kiev, Ukraine. And if you want to help to Ukraine, you will always find the right way how to do it. Otherwise, you can come to Ukraine and to see it on your own eyes, what's here and now. And see you soon on my channel, and press like and subscribe to my channel. And good luck and see you soon. And I show you a little bit more because it's sunset at Maidan of Independence in the center of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. And good luck and see you soon on my channel.